Hello students, in this video we shall discuss about one of the important topics of synchronous generator, that is voltage regulation. I think you already know what is the voltage regulation, right? So the change in no load voltage to full load voltage with respect to full load voltage is our voltage regulation. So in case of our alternator, so far we have seen that with change in load, the terminal voltage of our generator has been changed. Okay, so the magnitude of change in terminal voltage Vt is a dependent quantity of load and its power factor. Okay, due to load change there will be a change in terminal voltage. Okay, now let us see how this will affect our voltage regulation. So the definition of voltage regulation is defined as rise in voltage, that means there is difference in voltage, rise in voltage when full load is removed on our alternator divided by terminal voltage. At this condition, speed of the generator and excitation to our rotor should be same. Okay, that they should be constant. Okay, speed should be constant and excitation should be fixed, that should not be varied. Okay, so now what is the difference between our no load voltage to full load voltage with respect to terminal voltage is nothing but our voltage regulation. If it is multiplied by 100, that will be percentage voltage regulation. Okay, so we are going to see how the terminal voltage will change with if you remove the full load suddenly. Okay, that is nothing but voltage regulation of our alternator. Okay, so this voltage regulation can be found for a very small generators by applying direct load test. That means we are going to apply the rated voltage and rated speed, and we are going to have maximum load on the generator. Then we will turn off the load suddenly, thrown off the load. Then we will check how much is the terminal voltage with load and without full load, and we are going to calculate the voltage regulation. But in case of our large generators, okay, there will be another methods of measuring voltage regulation. Okay, direct method of testing voltage regulation is not allowed here. Okay, we will be having few methods of voltage regulation. Okay, we will be discussing them later, but let us try to understand maximum voltage regulation condition and minimum voltage regulation condition for our generator. Okay, let us start. Okay, before understanding our voltage regulation, here we have a external load characteristics of our synchronous generator. Here you can see this is terminal voltage on y axis and load current on the x axis. So for a leading power factor load, the terminal voltage will vary like this with respect to load. Okay, initially it increases, then it will falls. For a lagging power factor load, with increase in load, the voltage will be, terminal voltage will be drop like this. Okay, this dotted line is for unity power factor, it is for constant. Okay, throughout the load current, the terminal voltage will be constant. That means for terminal voltage, for leading power factor, the terminal voltage is being increased, and for lagging power factor, the terminal voltage is being reduced. Okay, now let us see expressions for zero power factor. So let us see condition for zero voltage regulation. Okay, this is condition for zero voltage regulation. Okay, so when do we get zero voltage regulation? Okay, we know that voltage regulation equal to E naught minus V, proportional to. Okay, so whenever our terminal voltage equal to our no load EMF, generated EMF, so that is possible in leading power factor, because actually terminal voltage is less compared to our generated EMF under loaded condition. But if you have a leading power factor load, the terminal voltage will increase and it will be equal to E naught. Okay, E naught and Vt can be equal under leading power factor load. That means voltage regulation will become zero at leading power factor load. Okay, for that I am going to take a leading power factor load. So we know that the expression E naught square equal to Vt cos pi plus Ia Ra whole square plus Vt sin pi plus or minus Ia xs whole square. So this is important, I forgot to mention this. This minus is for leading power factor, this plus is for lagging power factor. Okay, so let us consider at leading power factor. Okay, because we are going to derive condition for zero voltage regulation, that is possible in leading power factor only. That's why I have taken leading power factor load. Now this will become minus. Okay, so E naught square will become like this. So we will be substituting minus here. So if I expand this, a plus b whole square and a minus b whole square, the expression will become like this: a square plus b square plus 2ab and a square plus b square minus 2ab, a minus b whole square. Okay, now I am going to take Vt square common, so that will become sin pi square and cos pi square. So this sum will become 1. Okay, cos sin square theta plus cos square theta equal to 1, and here this is Ia square, I have taken Ia square common, that will become Ra square plus x square, and plus 2Vt into Ia is common, that will become Ra cos pi minus xs sin pi. Here one more thing, we have a impedance triangle, this is a impedance triangle. Okay, here this is resistance and 90 degrees to resistance, that is a synchronous reactance, and this is synchronous impedance, and the angle between Zs and Ra is, this is my impedance angle. Okay, I have mentioned this is theta is impedance angle, and here the Zs equal to Ra square plus x square, Pythagoras rule. Okay, so here Ra is a cos pi component. Okay, here Ra is cos, Z is cos pi, xs is ZS sin pi. I think you know that. Okay, RA is ZS cos pi cos theta. Sorry, RA is ZS cos theta, and XS is ZS sin theta. Okay, here theta is tan inverse of XS by RA, and we know that our synchronous reactance is very much large compared to our armature resistance. Okay, so the angle is nearly equal to 90, but the general angle of theta is about 80 to 85 degrees. Okay, theta is around 85 to 80 to 85 degrees. Here the cos pi is load power factor angle. Okay, load power factor angle. Okay, this is impedance angle. Don't confuse here. Okay, theta is a impedance angle and pi is a load power factor angle. So in place of RA square and XS plus XS square, I am going to replace it with Z square. So Z square is equal to RA square plus XS square. Okay, so I am going to replace it with Z square here, and in place of RA I can replace it with ZS cos theta. Okay, in place of XS I can replace with ZS sin theta. So if I can rearrange this, VT square I am going to bring it to the other side of the equal, that will be E naught square. Here it was E naught square, right? E naught square minus VT square equal to IA ZS square plus 2 VT IA ZS, and here I have taken the ZS common in both the terms. Here that will be cos A cos B minus sin A sin B, that is nothing but cos A plus B. Okay, cos of theta plus theta. Now I have obtained E naught square minus VT square equal to IA ZS. I have taken the IA ZS common. Okay, that will be IA ZS plus 2 VT cos of theta plus phi. Now we need to derive a condition for zero voltage regulation. Okay, zero voltage regulation means this term should be 0. E naught and VT will be equal. Okay, let us derive. So I am going to make condition for zero voltage regulation. So that means E naught equal to VT or E naught minus VT equal to 0. So that at this condition this term will become 0. Okay, so that will be IA ZS into IA ZS plus 2 VT cos of theta plus phi. Okay, so IA ZS cannot be 0 because it is a very large value. So I am going to make IA ZS this term equal to 0. That will be IA ZS plus 2 VT cos of theta plus phi equal to 0. Okay, so now let us try to obtain condition for maximum voltage regulation in our generator. Okay, so far our condition for zero voltage regulation is possible in lightly capacitive loads, that means leading power factor loads. So the maximum voltage regulation is possible in lagging power factor loads. Okay, maximum difference between E naught and VT is possible for lagging power factor, as VT will be very less compared to E naught value. Okay, this is maximum voltage regulation that is possible in lagging power factor loads. So for lagging power factor loads, the expression E naught square will become VT square plus, so if I rearrange this, cos of theta plus pi equal to minus IA ZS by 2 into VT. Okay, this is the condition for zero voltage regulation in a synchronous generator. So this is very important. Okay, this is condition for zero voltage regulation. Cos theta plus pi equal to minus IA ZS by 2 VT. Here compared to IA ZS, what is the value of 2 into V terminal? 2 into terminal voltage is very large compared to IA ZS loss. Okay, terminal voltage, 2 times of terminal voltage is very much large compared to IAZS. That means this value is very much large compared to IAS, as denominator is having very large value and numerator is having very less value. Complete ratio will become almost 0. Okay, that means I can take it as cos of theta plus pi is almost equal to 0. Okay, as 2VT is very much large compared to IAZS. Okay, as 2VT is very much large compared to IAZS. Okay, so cos of theta plus pi. So I have already told you theta is having a range of 80 to 85 degrees. Let us say theta is 80 degrees. It is nothing but theta is nothing but ZS by RA. Here theta is nothing but tan inverse of XS by RA. Okay, tan inverse of XS by RA. As XS value has very large value compared to RA, the theta angle will be very much large. Okay, so the expression will become, as theta plus pi will be equal to cos inverse of 0 here. Okay, this is, I have shifted the cos to opposite side. So cos inverse of 0 is nothing but 90 degrees. Okay, and theta is already having a 80 degree value, so pi will become 90 minus theta. So pi equal to 90 minus 80, that will be 10 degrees. Okay, our power factor angle is now 10 degrees. That means cos of 10 degrees will be equal to 0.984, and it is leading. Okay, leading power factor. That means the condition for zero voltage regulation is possible for a power factor angle of 0.984 leading. That means the voltage regulation, zero voltage regulation can be obtained for the leading power factors which are very close to the unity power factor. Okay, this is very close to unity power factor, right? 0.984 is very close to unity power factor. That means zero voltage regulation is possible for the power factors which is leading and which is very near to our unity power factors. Okay, that means very lightly capacitive loads. 0.984 is lightly capacitive loads. For lightly capacitive loads on our synchronous generator, the voltage regulation will be almost equal to 0. Okay, this is the condition. Okay, IAZS into IAZS plus 2VT. Here cos of it is theta, and what is here? It is leading power factor. Sorry, it is lagging power factor. The equation will be like this: theta minus pi. It is important. Okay, for leading power factor it was plus, but here it is a lagging power factor. It will be minus. Okay, now let us try to obtain. So the difference E naught square minus VT square is our voltage regulation term, IAZS into IAZS plus 2 into terminal voltage cos of theta minus pi. Okay, here theta is our load impedance angle and pi is power factor angle. Now for a maximum value, to obtain a maximum value, we are going to derive this with respect to pi. Okay, derive with respect to pi here. Okay, and it should be 0. We have to derive it and we should make it 0. That means the slope should be equal to 0 at the maximum value. Okay, at this point this is maximum value of any value, any waveform. Okay, so at this the slope is 0, right? Okay, actually here it is having a slope, here it is having a slope, but at the maximum point there is nothing but there is no slope. That's why the maximum value should be derived with respect to some value and it should make equal to 0. This is maximum value. Okay, there will be no slope exists at the maximum condition. That's why we are going to derive any value, any expression to get maximum value. So I am going to derive it. So that will be d by d pi E naught square minus VT square into d by d pi of this whole expression, that is IAZS into IAZS plus 2VT cos of theta minus pi. Okay, so that will become, this will become 0 because there is no pi term here. Okay, so here IAZS is common. Okay, so here in internal term d by d pi of IAZS is also equal to 0 as there is no term related to pi. Here we will be having a term, let us take 2VT equal to cos theta minus pi, derivation is minus sin theta minus pi, cos of d by dt of cos t equal to minus sin t. Okay, and here for the angle that will be minus 1. Okay, theta minus pi, there d by d pi of minus pi is equal to minus 1. Okay, so that will become 0 equal to IAZS, here 0 2VT minus minus cancel 2VT sin theta plus theta minus pi. Okay, here this term should not be 0 because it is having a very high value. Okay, synchronous impedance drop. So this term I am going to make it 0, 2VT sin of theta minus pi. Okay, equal to 0. So 2VT will become 0. So 2VT cannot be equal to 0 because it is having very high value. So sin theta minus pi equal to 0. So theta minus pi equal to sin 0 equal to 0. That means our impedance angle should be equal to power factor angle, or power factor angle should be equal to impedance angle to get maximum voltage regulation. Okay, that means power factor angle must be equal to our load impedance angle or internal angle, impedance angle, okay, to get your maximum voltage regulation. So our condition for maximum voltage regulation is theta should be equal to pi. So that means power factor angle should be equal to impedance angle. I have already told you theta is having a degree from 80 to 85, that means it is, let us consider it as 80 degrees. So our pi should be equal to 80 degrees as theta equal to 80 degrees for maximum voltage regulation. Okay, so what is the power factor here? Cos pi equal to cos of 80 degrees, so its value is 0.17, which is a lagging one here. That means when it is possible when a high inductive load applied on the generator, high inductive load. Okay, 0.17 lag means very high inductive, it is nearly equal to 0 power factor lagging, that means very high loads, at very high loads of inductive, the voltage regulation E naught minus V naught is maximum. Okay, so let us try to draw a curve so that we can understand it betterly. Okay, so let us have a variation of full load regulation with the power factor. Okay, here the left side of our graph shows leading power factor and the right side is having lagging power factor. Okay, this is ZP of lagging 0 and here it is ZP of leading 0. Okay, so now let us try to draw our voltage regulation curve on this graph. Okay, so what is the condition for 0 voltage regulation? 0 voltage regulation is possible nearly 984 leading power factor. Okay, that means very lightly capacitive loads, and maximum voltage regulation is possible for 0.17 lagging, that means this is lightly capacitive, okay, lightly capacitive, and here highly inductive. Maximum voltage regulation is highly inductive. Okay, the load should be highly inductive for having maximum voltage regulation, and load should be lightly capacitive to have zero voltage regulation. Okay, let us point a zero voltage regulation. So here it is 0.984 leading, that means here this 0, it is 1.0, okay, and 0.984 is very close to 1, that means this is 0.984, this is 0.9, and it is increasing towards unity power factor. This is unity power factor. Okay, here this is, let us consider this is a 984, 0.984 leading. Okay, this is when our zero voltage regulation is happening. Now let us find out when maximum voltage regulation is available, that is 0.17 lagging. Here it is value in the lagging power factor region, so this is around 0.17. Here the voltage regulation is maximum at this point. Okay, here, okay, at this point voltage regulation is maximum. This is voltage regulation curve. Okay, and here it is 0, and as our power factor increases, our voltage regulation will become negative for leading power factor. Okay, and voltage regulation will become more positive for lagging power factor. Okay, this is condition. Voltage regulation is very negative, very much negative, as power factor of the load is tending towards more leading power factor, that means towards ZPF leading, the voltage regulation will become negative, and voltage regulation will be positive if the load power factor is more towards ZPF lagging. Okay, so this is important. Voltage regulation will be negative for leading and positive for lagging. So for that I am going to draw this like this. Okay, this is curve for leading, and for lagging that will be like this. Okay, so this point should meet here. This is maximum positive voltage, this is positive voltage regulation, percentage voltage regulation, and this is negative percentage voltage regulation. Okay, here at unity power factor it is having some voltage regulation that is equivalent to percentage resistance drop. Okay, here this positive voltage regulation is equivalent to percentage impedance drop. Okay, here the voltage regulation at unity power factor is equivalent to percentage resistance drop, and voltage regulation at maximum voltage regulation condition, that is equivalent to percentage impedance drop. Okay, this is very important for your competitive exams. Okay, the voltage regulation is always positive for unity power factor and lagging power factor. The voltage regulation may be either positive, 0 or negative for leading power factor. Okay, here for leading power factor it is positive up to this point, and it is 0 at this point, it is negative throughout this region. Okay, and for lagging it is always maximum, and for unity also it is maximum. Okay, for unity power factor it is having positive voltage regulation, for lagging power factor it is having positive voltage regulation, but for leading power factor it is having positive, 0 and negative voltage regulation. Okay, voltage regulation of alternator is independent of speed, but depends on the magnitude of load and load power factor. Okay, but in case of DC machines voltage regulation is proportional to speed. Okay, I think you know that DC machines voltage regulation is proportional to speed, but here generators voltage regulation is not a dependent quantity of speed here. Okay, it is dependent quantity of power factor. Okay, voltage regulation is a dependent quantity of load and load power factors. Okay, this is about voltage. So let us have a problem on voltage regulation so that you can understand the concept. Okay, so here is a problem. A 3-phase 400 volts star connected alternator has a synchronous impedance of 0 plus j20 ohm per phase. Okay, if it delivers a balanced load of 12 kVA at 0 power factor leading, then percentage voltage regulation of alternator. What is the percentage voltage regulation of alternator is asking. Okay, so let us try to write down the given data so that you can know what is the steps to perform. Okay, here it is a 3-phase 400 volts star connected alternator, and it has a synchronous impedance of 0 plus j20 ohm per phase, and if it delivers a balanced load of 12 kVA, it is a output apparent power. Okay, yes, at 0 power factor leading. Okay, what will be the percentage voltage regulation for a 0 power factor leading? This is a curve. Okay, here it is having 0 power factor leading, and here it is having ZPF lagging. Okay, so percentage voltage regulation will be here below this will be negative percentage voltage regulation for 0 power factor leading. Okay, so we will be having a value in the negative. Okay, that means we can observe that using power factor only we can define the voltage regulation is positive or negative. Okay, for a 0 power factor leading it is definitely negative value. Okay, let us try to understand, let us try to take the given data, that is 400 volts is a given line to line RMS, that is 400 volts. This is RMS. Okay, line voltage. Okay, star connected will be the stator winding, so our phase voltage will be VL by root 3. Okay, why we should convert all the values into phase. Okay, the given quotient values will be in the line, we should convert them into phase. Okay, and it has a synchronous impedance of RA. Synchronous impedance means ZS, which is sum of armature resistance plus synchronous reactance. Okay, here he mentioned it is 0 plus j20 ohm per phase, that means RA is 0 here and XS is 20 ohm per phase. Okay, and the extra given data is he has given apparent power. Based on the units you can understand what is given. kVA is a unit for apparent power, okay, kVA, and at 0 power factor leading, ZPF leading, cos pi, ZPF leading, okay. Now let us try to, what he has to, we need to find percentage voltage regulation. To be find is percentage voltage regulation. So what is the expression for percentage voltage regulation? Equal to E naught minus Vt by Vt into 100. This is expression for percentage voltage regulation. So we have a terminal voltage of 400 line voltage, so we can convert it into phase voltage. So we can get the Vt phase voltage equal to line voltage by root 3. Okay, that will become, line is 400 by root 3 will become almost become 230 volts. Okay, it is phase voltage is 230 volts, 230.94 volts. Okay, so we have done Vt here. Vt, because the E naught and Vt are per phase values. Okay, we need to find it per phase value. So for a star connected, V phase equal to BL by root 3. Okay, given value is line voltage, I have to convert it to phase voltage by dividing it line voltage with root 3. Okay, now we need to find E naught. Okay, how can we find E naught? Okay, and here the leading power factor ZPF leading means cos pi is 0. That means pi is 90 degrees. Okay, ZPF leading means our pi value is 90 degrees. So we need to find E naught. We have an expression for V naught, that is E naught is Vt cos pi plus Ia Ra whole square, okay, plus Vt sin pi, as it is leading power factor. Okay, this will be minus sign, Ia xs whole square, and it is under root. It is E naught value, not E naught square value. Okay, I am going to substitute the values here. Vt is 230.94 into cos pi is 0, okay, plus IARA is 0, plus Vt is 230.94, sin 90, sin pi is sin 90 is sin 90 degrees equal to 1, right, sin pi, sin 90 equal to 1 minus IAXS. So what is the value of IA? We didn't find it, right? IA equal to apparent power by root 3 into line voltage VL. Okay, so that will be 12 into 1000 by root 3 into line voltage is 400. Okay, what is the value of line armature current? 17.32 amperes. 17.32 amperes. This is voltage regulation. Okay, so IA is 17.32. Excess value he has given as 20. So that will be 20 whole square under root. Okay, this whole term becomes 0 because there is no value. So the under root value will be, so the value will become 115.46. This is value of E naught. Okay, and we have a VET equal to 230.96 volts. Okay, by substituting them in this voltage regulation expression, that will become E naught equal to 115.46 and terminal voltage is 230.96 volts by 230.96 volts. Okay, it is very equivalent to 97.7%, and it is negative, you can see. Okay, it is negative voltage regulation, percentage voltage regulation, that means almost equal to minus 50%. Okay, so observe here he has mentioned in the question ZPF leading, that means the percentage voltage regulation should be negative for ZPF leading. Okay, so here we have got E naught equal to 115.46 and terminal voltage is more compared to generator voltage. You can observe this terminal voltage, this is E naught is generated EMF by our synchronous generator, but terminal voltage is very much large, that means almost double value for ZPF leading. That means leading power factors will add up the terminal voltage. So even we have generated 115.46 volts, the terminal voltage available across our synchronous generator for a leading power factor load is 230.96. Okay, so as it is 0 power factor leading, the percentage voltage regulation should be negative, and here it is minus 50%. Voltage regulation is minus 50%. I hope you understand the concept. Okay, for ZPF leading, the voltage regulation is negative and our terminal voltage is being increased. Okay, for lagging it will be reduced compared to E naught. Okay, so this is about voltage regulation concept. Okay, so let us try to have another problem with a lagging power factor. Okay, so let us have one more problem on our voltage regulation concept. Okay, so here the problem is a 3-phase star connected alternator is rated at 1500 kVA and terminal voltage is 12,000 volts and synchronous impedance is having a armature resistance of 2 ohms plus armature synchronous reactance of 35 ohm per phase. Then calculate the percentage voltage regulation for a load of 1200 kilowatts at 0.8 power factor leading and lagging. Okay, we have two problems here, for leading power factor and for lagging power factor. Okay, so let us have given data first. Given data is, it is star connected, so V phase should be equal to VL by root 3 Okay, V phase value equal to terminal voltage VL is 12,000 volts, right? 12,000 by root 3, and the given data ZS RA equal to 2 ohm per phase and XS equal to 35 ohm per phase. Okay, and calculate the voltage regulation for power of 1200 kilowatts, and here apparent power is 1500 kVA. Okay, our power, active power will be apparent power into cos pi, right? So here for it is 0.8 only, so that will be 1500 kVA into 0.8, that will become 1200 kilowatts. So both are equivalent. Okay, S is 1500 kVA means the power will be, active power will be 1200 kilowatts. Okay, for this power factor. Okay, and so this is the given data, right? And for condition 0.8 leading, right? First condition is leading, so we can assume that our voltage regulation will be negative for 0.8 leading. Okay, so here we need to find one more thing, that is armature resistance, armature current, load current for a power of 1200 kilowatts. Okay, we know that power equal to root 3 into line voltage into line current into power factor. Okay, from this IL will become P by root 3 into VL cos pi. Okay, so that will become power is 1200 kilowatts by root 3 into line voltage is 12,000 volts into power factor is 0.8. So the load current is 72.2 amperes. So let us find our percentage voltage regulation for 0.8 lagging first. Okay, so this is the expression to find the generated EMF, that is Vt cos pi plus IR square whole square. So this is important, you should remember this. So for lagging I am going to place the plus sign here. So if you substitute the values, Vt is 6928 volts phase voltage of terminal voltage into cos pi is 0.8, and you should remember this, like cos pi, if cos pi is 0.8, sin pi will become 0.6. You should remember these values if you are trying to applying gate. Okay, if you are trying to give gate, you should remember these small things. Okay, if cos pi equals 0.8, sin pi will become 0.6, and 1 by root 2 equal to 0.707, and 1 by root 3 equal to 0.577. So these values should be remembered if you are trying for gate. Okay, and so we have substituted Vt cos pi Ia Ra and Vt sin pi Ia access. Okay, we will get E terminal voltage equal to E naught equal to 8775, and our terminal voltage for phase is 6928. Okay, you can see here our generated EMF is more compared to our terminal voltage because it is a lagging power factor load. So our armature reaction drop will be subtracted from this, and you will get this one. Okay, so you can find out the percentage voltage regulation equal to E naught minus Vt by Vt. So E naught here 8775.7 minus 6928 by 6928. Here the percentage regulation will be positive for lagging power factor, that is 26.67%. Okay, now let us try to perform for leading power factor. So for leading power factor, what will become? It is, let us find leading power factor. Leading power factor, this sign will be negative. Okay, so let us substitute negative here. Okay, you will get a value of E naught which should be high compared to your ET. Okay, sorry, so E naught should be less compared to your Vt as it is leading power factor.